The Western Cape Arts and Culture Department is hosting initiation training with traditional leaders. Last week, the department and leaders agreed that traditional surgeons must undergo training for COVID-19 protocols. It's part of an ongoing process to allow circumcision during the upcoming winter season. The practice is currently not allowed in the Western Cape, but parents will be allowed to register their children for the practice, which is set to take place in June. Well, to tell us more about this training, we're joined this lunchtime by eNCA reporter Nobesuthu Hechana, live from our studios in Cape Town. Nobesuthu, good afternoon, and thank you very much for your time. Now, the question of training in the Western Cape province, it's not really been given go-ahead, from what I understand, to carry out the initiation practice yet, and authorities there in the province insisting. And they have started with the training. Am I wrong?
Well, certainly, Braden. Well, the training started on the 13th of March. About 100 traditional surgeons and traditional leaders in the Western Cape are undergoing that practice. The Department of Arts and Culture did say, as you've mentioned, that it has met with various traditional leaders across the province to find a possible or best way to carry out the practice, but still adhering to the COVID-19 protocols. They can't say when it will end, but because the practice has not yet been given a go-ahead in the province, but the MEC for Arts and Culture in the province will be meeting with the National Arts and Culture Minister, Mr. Natim Tetwa, in the week, as she will be tabling their programs and what they've been doing in the province to ensure that they prepare for the practice. So she will be engaging with the minister this week to find out if those practices or programs that they've been currently running are in par with the COVID-19 protocols. But let's take a listen to the MEC explaining the aims of this program.
The training entails the basic COVID-19 information to empower culture practitioners and prepare them to participate in the practice should initiation schools reopen in the Western Cape. And the training aims at empowering the traditional surgeons and carers to implement infection prevention and control for the COVID-19 pandemic, as well as wound care in cultural initiation schools.
And Nobesuthu, what has been the reaction of the participants in this training?
Well, the traditional leaders, Braden, are saying that it's been long overdue. They now will be rushing or trying to ensure that all the boys that were supposed to be initiated last year, they do get the chance this year. They were also talking about sort of like extending the months. In fact, they want to add like another month where we'll have in June to have like 2 months, June and July, where they'll be carrying out the winter practices, and also in summer where they'll have November and December to carry out the practice. But they are quite happy about the decision to look into permitting the province to carry out this practice. I also spoke to some of the parents who were saying that they're not quite scared of the COVID-19 pandemic, because they do have rules in the bush where the kids will be practicing social distance. So they have put plans to ensure that all the boys will be protected. But the province is also hoping for positive results. Let's take a listen to, again, the MEC.
I hope and I believe that it will be a safe initiation period. And because Western Cape is known that we do have safe practices in this rite of passage.
Thank you very much, Nobesuthu Hechana, for that lunchtime report on the Western Cape's preparations for the upcoming winter season's initiation with the training of those traditional surgeons. Now,